So guys, welcome to this FIFA 17 World League tournament where 64 teams around the world are going to battle it out to be the best team in the world. So basically there's 64 teams in I think 8 groups of 8. Obviously 8 times 8 equals 64. So there's 8 groups of 8 teams. 4 teams will be progressing through out of the group stage into the knockout stages, and we're going to follow all the teams and see who wins. So let's get straight into the league and see all the teams competing to get that top spot in the world. So here are our teams. We've actually got some surprise entries like Crystal Palace and Sunderland, the mighty Sunderland. We've got some worse teams in there just because they're a 4-star rating. We have a big absence of teams outside Europe, but saying that, we have no teams outside Europe. But here are some of the teams we have: Mönchengladbach, Nice, Deportivo, Betis, Schalke, Shakhtar, teams like Sunderland, Swansea, Las Palmas, Wolfsburg, Zenit. So we've got a wide range of teams across Europe that you're going to battle out. Some being 4-star, some obviously being 5-star. So we're going to have some big matchups with teams like Sunderland against teams like Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid. So here's Group H. Augsburg, Real Madrid. Real Madrid is going to be the team we're following through this tournament because I think they're going to be the most likely to succeed and win. That's what I thought at the start of this. But we've got teams like Torino, Besiktas, Augsburg and Atletico Madrid in the same league, Group A. Group A has Zenit in as well. So there we go, our league begins. Real Madrid's first game is against Crystal Palace, but we're going to go ahead and skip all of them after we've checked out some of the information on the screen. So what we're going to do here, we're going to look at the calendar. So obviously Real Madrid are in the same group as Crystal Palace, Borussia Dortmund, Porto, Hoffenheim, Real Betis and Atletico Bilbao. So a bit of a Spanish-Portuguese heavy league group, but hopefully we'll get some variants of teams heading through out of the group stage, because half of the teams actually go through. So it's kind of like a knockout from the beginning, because half of the teams are heading through to the official knockout stages. But we're going to skip all the way to the first of the next month and see what the league tables look like. So starting in R1, where Real Madrid aren't doing too good actually. They're sitting in 4th position in our league with Atletico Bilbao topping the group and Hoffenheim down in 8th place. Real Betis, Crystal Palace and Zenit, so no surprises there. The top 4 I did expect to finish top in the top, obviously the top 4, but Real Madrid aren't doing very well at all, sitting in 4th position. So at the top of that one we have Juventus, and at the bottom we have Bremen, two mixed teams. Obviously Juventus have been really good in recent years, but Swansea and Watford are in that league, so not a very English strong league there. But we do have Nice and Monaco, the 2 French teams of the group battling out for that 4th position. We have Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona in one group, so that is kind of the group of death, with Inter in there as well, not making that top 4 yet, but I think they definitely will later. Real Sociedad are finishing bottom of that group at the moment. We have West Ham finishing bottom with Southampton and Stoke and Arsenal. So 4 teams from the BPL in that one, but Arsenal topping the group. They don't have a very strong group there at all. Their second best team is obviously Sevilla and Roma. In that league we have Leverkusen, Everton, Lyon and City. Manchester City not even finishing in the top 4 halfway through, which is a bit odd actually. They've drawn 5 times, which is really strange. In that one we have Sporting Lisbon topping the group. Bottom is Spartak Moscow, who haven't been doing well at all, with Celta Vigo, Bordeaux and Fiorentina. We also have Torino in that group and Valencia, who are all finishing in the top 4. In that one we have Manchester United, Milan and Malaga, Chelsea, is that Deportivo La Coruña, Besiktas, Benfica and the BPL champions Leicester City, who finish off in the group. There we go, Sunderland are at the bottom. Sunderland v Bayern Munich must have been an absolute slaughter. Sunderland conceding 17 goals in only 8 games, which means that their defence has got a few holes in it. But anyway, we're going to simulate after the group stage has finished, and the top. Before we do that, we're going to look at the top scorers. But you have Dybala finishing top halfway through. Royce Slimani back at Sporting Lisbon, hasn't made that transfer. Don't know whether that's to do with just it's in tournament road. But there we go, Cazorla topping that one. Alright, why isn't Neuer playing in there? So the second keeper for Bayern Munich is playing. So Chiarte being a naughty boy, getting them red cards. He's got 2 in 8 games, which isn't too good at all. But then we're going to go and simulate into the next month and see what happens after the group stages. So after the second set of fixtures in the group table, Real Madrid have been knocked out in the group stage, which is pretty amazing. We're going to go check out the league tables to see what went wrong with Madrid in group, I think it's group A, they're in, or group H, I can't remember. But there we go, we're going to switch to table view using the right button any second. There we go, finishing 5th, just behind Zenit St. Petersburg, which is a bit strange in my opinion. Hoffenheim finishing 8th with 29 goals being conceded in 14 games, which is an average of about 2 conceded per game. Porto topping that one. We have Juventus, Monaco, Napoli and Galatasaray progressing into the knockout stages, which is no surprise there. That is how I would have predicted it. Definitely that's how I would have predicted it. But Barcelona going unbeaten in a group containing the likes of Paris and Inter Milan. So that's pretty well done to them. Only conceded 7 in 14 games. So that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy with a goal difference of plus 19. Obviously going unbeaten with 26 goals for. We've also got Arsenal there and Sevilla, Stoke and Roma. Stoke being that surprise team that's going to progress. They've lost 3 but still progressing, and they've got a -3 goal difference, which isn't too good. Jack Butland must be a bit disappointed with himself, but there we go. Leverkusen, Everton, Lyon, Lazio progressing through, but Manchester City are still stuck in 5th place, so I don't think they've had a particularly good tournament at all. Only scoring 17 in 14 games, which isn't good at all. Liverpool, Valencia, Sporting Lisbon and Spartak Moscow progressing through to the knockout stages. Spartak Moscow have lost 8. They're in last position last time they saw us with 1 win, 1 draw and 6 losses, which is crazy. They must have had a great escape or a great progression. Manchester United, Benfica, Chelsea, Milan progressing through to the knockout stages. Bit of a surprise to see Benfica in that position, and a bit of a surprise to see Leicester bottom of the group. But also Bayern with an unbeaten streak in that group stage. They have literally what, I don't know, but they've won 11 games out of 14, which is crazy. Sunderland not winning a game in that, which isn't very surprising. But we're going to go check out what teams have made it into the knockout stages. We're not going to simulate using a calendar because I can't see any of the fixtures coming up. So we're just going to simulate into a bit of the future, see if the games have been played, and we're going to check out the knockout games. So our knockout games, let's see who progressed into the semi-finals and the finals. I'm going to guess, I know the results, so I don't know why I'm going to guess. I don't know why I'm pretending I don't know what happens, but I'm obviously post-recording it, so I know who wins. And obviously, there we go, that is crazy. Sevilla and Manchester United making it into the final. Sevilla being a very surprising team. They've had a bit of an easy route to get to the final, to be honest. The game against Arsenal, Porto and Leverkusen, making it very easy for them to reach the final. But you can't really say the same for Manchester United, who have played Paris Saint-Germain, Milan and Barcelona to reach that final spot. So let's see who's going to win in the final between Sevilla and Manchester United. So before we announce the results, I'm going to ask you guys to see who you think is going to win in the comments section using the hashtag Sevilla or hashtag Man United. Put that down in the comments. I'm interested to see who you think will win. So let's see who's going to win. There we go, 3, 2, 1, there we go. Sevilla has won the World League.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Congratulations to them, obviously. But Manchester United slipping up at the last hurdle. After winning against Barcelona, Milan and Paris Saint-Germain, they have lost 1-0 in the final two. Bearing in mind, Sevilla isn't the greatest team in Europe. I mean, they're good in the Europa League, but nothing else from that. Depoitre being the top scorer, scoring 12 goals in that tournament. Wijnaldum coming in a close second with Dybala trailing behind. They've got 10 goals, and that's not actually too bad. No one has been an immense scorer, but they've got quite a range of scorers there. Robben and Muller, obviously coming from the same team. And Sevilla's coming in very low. We've got Iborra, who is a CDM, I believe, coming in at about 13th position. Got yellow cards, and we've got red cards. Hutchinson, Chiarte and Bigas being very naughty boys in the process. But thank you guys very much for watching this World League. If you have any other suggestions of videos I can do of this kind, or just any video I could do, stick it down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.